that will be able to supply you the seedlings.
Yeah.
Okay. So that your whole journey is as simple as possible. We will take you as far as we possibly can. You as the grower has to take it further.
Sure.
But the expertise will be given to you to be able to facilitate that. Look, I have done most of my work for Greener Solutions in South Africa.
Okay.
Okay, the guy that owns the business, a guy by the name of Martin van Holt, if you go to the website,
Okay.
www.greenersolutions, you will find all the international projects that are there.
Oh.
And you can have a good look at it,
Oh, I
and
see.
you can see it.
Yeah.
We do a lot of work now. We're busy with a guy in the Eastern Cape, or just going on the Eastern Cape,
Yeah.
who's now going to put up a big facility to grow peppers.
Oh.
We do cucumbers.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, there's a lot of success stories, but success stories are based on as much as our input into the farmer,
Sure.
the farmer's input into taking our advice. I've worked a bit in Africa, so I
Yeah.
understand there's a whole process of being able to get up there and do whatever we want to do. But yeah, I'm quite happy to visit Cameroon.
Yeah.
As I say, I've been around the
Yeah.
block, and Greener Solutions is there to facilitate and assist.
I think this is important. This is what Africa needs. We need to get in touch with us. As I was saying to somebody else, we currently importing about 50 tons of chili powder from China.
Yeah.
I hate doing it.
Yeah.
We don't need to do it.
Yeah.
We got a land, we got a knowledge, we got a climate, why I'm not buying it locally?
Yeah.
So these events like this, I think that's going to bring us closer together, connect to each other, and see what we can do together. There's no reason not to. Well, we don't need to. We should actually export agriculture products from Africa, not importing it into Africa.
So, like, we have great farmers who produce spices in Cameroon.
Okay.
How soon are you eager to meet them?
Whenever they get in touch with me. One already asked me for the card.
Okay.
So we're ready. As I mentioned as well, we got a joint venture going in Nigeria next door to Cameroon.
Yeah.
So even if logistically it's easier to go to Lagos rather than straight to Cape Town, that also can be done. So we're ready whenever they are.
So
So for as long as product is compliant to our requirements, we are FSSC 22000 accredited, kosher, halal. So we need to jump through the certain hoops and do certain things properly. But we know how. So we just need to understand that, and I don't have a problem jumping on a plane and go to Cameroon and see for myself, like I did with our partners in Nigeria. For as long as there's a will, there's a way.
Okay, so tell me, like, what is the minimum quantity someone can have to partner with you to sell to you?
Look, volumes help only because of one thing, and that's the freight. 20 tons of paprika from Zimbabwe to be delivered to Cape Town cost us on about 100,000 rand.
Sure.
It's 5 rand a kilo. So if you're going to send anything smaller than that, it's going to cost even more. And then you price yourself out with the market. So we don't have a problem. We do buy from Malawi, for example, but I chili ton at a ton. For as long as price is right. For as long as it comes to a price that we can sell it and make small profit. We're not greedy. For as long as we make small profit, not losing money, we're happy to do it. Especially when it comes to emerging farmers that need the help, that need the support. And when it comes to technical knowledge, we even got a local farmers over here that are happy to go and share the knowledge with them. And teach them what they're doing wrong, if they're doing anything wrong, and improve their production and productivity.
A gathering called Ubuntu Business Forum is being held in Cape Town, South Africa. As the most diverse and second large African economy after Nigeria, South Africa is an ideal starting point to explore African opportunities. As one of the fastest growing consumer markets, South Africa presents numerous opportunities with a population of over 60 million people and a strong emerging middle class in sectors such as sustainable agriculture, horticulture, transport and logistics, water, clean energy, health, and creative industry. South Africa offers added value and innovative solutions that are often very welcome. Also, South Africa has a dynamic innovation ecosystem with high potential startup hubs and strong expertise in manufacturing, processing, financing, energy, and transformation technology. It is our mission, it's our proud as Africans to rebirth and to refuel Africa economics.
We look to secure ourselves within the physical goods itself when we fund it. A lot of typical financial institutions or your banks, your commercial banks, they look only at the balance sheet of our clients or any small or to medium enterprise company that is looking to work with us or work with a financial institution. A lot of the times it's the balance sheet that matters, it's the income statement that matters, it's the bottom line, the revenue that matters to these individuals, whereas we take the focus away from the balance sheet, away from the numbers itself, and look at the transaction. What is the value of the transaction and what can it do for not only our client but for ourselves? So we look to invest in the transaction, see if it's viable, see if it's secure and safe, and whether it's self-liquidating. And if the element of that transaction is there, we're able to fund and we're able to engage with our clients on a greater level. So that's what's great.
So you say that the basic financial requirement is to have a deal between $2 to $3 million.
Yes.
But do you think is appropriate for African context?
I mean, it would not be necessarily, I wouldn't say it's not appropriate for African context because there's a market for everyone. And there are market participants that seek trade finance. It's just the alignment between a trade financier with their trade finance solutions and the target market that they're looking to help. So we wouldn't exclude necessarily any type of client that is looking for trade finance, but the biggest thing that is important or the most valuable thing when you're looking at to finance is the viability in the deal. Can the client afford the cost of the transaction and setting it up and the value that it requires in order to set up a transaction that is viable, to the utilization of the facility, the money that they intend to get from the financier, they need to utilize it to the best of their ability to produce the outcome that they need from the facility. So that is a consideration that we look at when we're looking to finance companies. And from that perspective, a $2 to $3 million deal might sound like a lot, but again, it's what is the utilization to you as a company. If it's too expensive, then the utilization or the solution may not be appropriate or matched or aligned to what your business needs are at this point in time. Once the business scales, then we're always available to help, and we're always willing to work with a client, seeing their progression come along within the 1 year or 2 year period, to come back to us and say, we've grown by X amount. We're now looking to meet your criteria of 2 to 3 million.
Amazing. So tell me, how soon do you want to work with Cameroonians?
We are looking always to work with Cameroonians. I think at the moment we have, like I've mentioned, a sub-Saharan geographical focus. A lot of the times it's because of the dialect. We look to work with a lot of Anglophone countries or English-speaking countries. We don't have any staff at the moment who can speak French, neither Portuguese, but it's not withholding us from working with Cameroonians. So if there's a deal to be made, the deal is viable, we can protect ourselves within the transaction of physical goods. We're always happy to look at it.
I think what we're trying to establish is first what is the need for fertilizer in Cameroon, and then how we can help them. I think there's a lot of knowledge that we can transfer to people to help them to grow better. So that's so maybe just make a few contacts of people that need some help, and we start from there.
Amazing. So what have been your experience with Africa so far?
Africa so far, I think there's a lot of the climate is good, the weather is usually good, the soil is good, but the big problem is usually knowledge. So the people on the farmers don't have enough knowledge on the growing of specific crops. So they do what their fathers have done and their grandfathers have done, but maybe it's not the best way. And I think that is what we want to try and help is see, look, we've been learning from all over the world, and maybe we could help each other to grow better crops.
What do you think you can offer to CAPEF as solutions, knowing that the farm in a sub-Saharan ground?
Sorry, now you have to, which area is that now? Which farm?
Sub-Saharan land.
Okay, yes.
What can your solution bring to those?
Okay, I think usually looking at specific crops, we want to, each crop will need a specific nutrient solution. And looking at in general, Africa's yields are 10 times lower than the rest of the world. So with very little input, we can actually have very big increases. And that is what we will try to do, is see where in sub-Saharan Africa we can help. Not a lot, you don't have to put in a lot, but you can just put in the right product and you can get much better increase in yield.
Yeah, but we often thought that African soil is very good for agriculture. How then is 10 times lower in terms of production?
Because the African soil have been mined of all the nutrients, because they've never put in the nutrients back. So for over all the years they've been farming, and every year the plants take all the nutrients out of the soil, nothing goes back. And now after 50 years, 100 years, now the soil there's a lot of potential in the soil, but it's not, the nutrients aren't there anymore. For us, the easiest way is a container. One container is 21 tons. Okay. And that is the easiest way for us to get product into a country. It's just order a container from the factory. Okay. So that's not a lot. It's very little, but it's a good start. Okay. And how soon are you eager to visit Cameroon? As soon as we can get there and to see what opportunities there are, we will definitely want to visit. Thank you very much, Michael. Thank you very much.